Okay, it's an exciting day right here at Radio 44. Of course, we do have Benyamin Ismail, the CEO of AirAsiaX. Those of you who know, we actually did have a phenomenal giveaway where we gave away one ticket to Kuala Lumpur courtesy of AirAsiaX, all thanks to a gentleman right here with us. So, Benyamin, thank you so much for joining us right here on Radio 44.
No, first of all, thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Excellent. So let's get straight into it. Who is AirAsiaX?
Well, we're a low-cost carrier. We're part of the big group of AirAsia airlines. We have close to about 320 planes within the group. And we're probably the largest LCC in Asia Pacific, which is great. While AirAsiaX, we are a longer version of AirAsia. We only fly longer destinations.
Okay.
We operate A330s, and we cover Australia, China, Korea, Central Asia, and obviously then the latest Africa, which is you guys, Kenya.
Excellent, yes. So how many destinations does AirAsia serve?
We serve 130 destinations, and most of them are from KL. So for passengers coming in from Kenya and all that, you come down to KL, you don't get to just enjoy Kuala Lumpur or Malaysia. You can connect to all our other destinations, which is about 130 of them.
Excellent. Okay. Now, you see, for us Kenyans over here, we have a certain way of booking our flights. We usually make a phone call to someone we know, but I understand with AirAsiaX, it's very different. So how can people book flights with AirAsiaX?
Well, two ways. I mean, obviously, the main ones for us is basically it's online. You just go to airasia.com. And everything there you can buy, from flights to hotels to taxis to everything, and even tours. Or you can go to a local provider agent there, which is a Magical Aviation. You can go in and walk in and buy tickets there as well. So these two ways. If you're at home, you're too lazy to drive out, airasia.com for you online.
That's it. It's sorted. Now, I think one of the biggest things that we as Kenyans, so we know how much we spend when we're going to a Mombasa, to a Diani, to a Kisumu. We know how much we spend. But now AirAsiaX came in with a phenomenal offer, and not to any of the local destinations, but to Kuala Lumpur. And that, to us Kenyans, is absolutely unique. It's different. So what is this promotional fare to Kuala Lumpur?
Well, I know it can be very sore to the ears and it can be unbelievable, but I think one of the fares for an economy seat is about direct one way. It's about $199 US, which is very, very cheap.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you want to travel in style, we have our business class seats, which is lie flat. That's about $499 US, which is crazy. So whatever that you used to pay for a full service carrier when you fly through the Middle East, whatever balance you have, you can spend that on shopping, or you can live it up in a nice hotel, which is very important.
All right,
Correct.
we'll be back right after this. Once again, we're back over here with Benyamin Ismail, the CEO of AirAsiaX, having a conversation with us right here on Radio 44. Now, I understand there's some excitement regarding an announcement from AirAsiaX. Can you tell us what that announcement is all about?
Well, I think the big announcement is AirAsia is coming to Kenya. We're one of the biggest low-cost carrier in Asia Pacific. And the good news is you can travel close to about 50 to 60% cheaper than you usually travel to Malaysia. And you will see the big red bird arriving on the November 15th. And we'll be there 4 times a week, and hopefully you fly us very quickly.
Absolutely. Now, you said 4 times a week. So do you have any specific days, etc.?
So yeah, we do Tuesday, Thursdays, Saturday, and Sundays.
Okay.
So you'll probably be staying in Malaysia for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. But I think ideally those are the days we're flying. So
right.
Great.
Now, one of the biggest problems that people have, especially people who are traveling with their family, their kids, because let's face it, Kuala Lumpur is a beautiful place, but it's the layovers that usually make people think, oh God, it's going to be a problem. So what's the flight duration from Kuala Lumpur to Nairobi, and are there any stopovers?
It's about, it's direct. That's the key selling point for us. So it will take you about 9 hours from Kuala Lumpur to Nairobi and about 9.5 from Nairobi to KL because of the winds. But I think generally we'll just say 9 hours. So that is a big difference. If you were to go through the Middle East or anywhere else, that will probably take you about 15 to 16 hours, close to 20 hours on those flights. So I think for us, straight, non-stop, straight to Kuala Lumpur from Nairobi.
Excellent. And you're not even paying too much. Usually when it's a direct flight, you're paying much more. All right,
Correct.
we'll be back right after this. Okay, and here we are once again with Ben, the CEO of AirAsiaX, and we are having a conversation all about how amazing these offers are. Now, Kuala Lumpur is a beautiful place. Can I hear it from you, Ben? Could you tell us, what can people expect, when they're visiting Kuala Lumpur?
Well, I'm very biased. Obviously, I grew up here. I was born here. But I think the key things about Malaysia, one of the biggest selling point is basically the different diverse cultures here that we have, from the Malays to Chinese to Indian. So then that contributes to the different cultures in terms of food. You can come here, all kinds of variety of foods at a very cheap, affordable prices. So that's one. Two as well is the KL Petronas Twin Towers, which is, I think, a marvel in our view. Which is one of the tallest buildings there, which is a beautiful sight. And thirdly, as well, it's the nature. If you're looking for beaches, it's beautiful. If you're looking for forestry, caves, and all that, we have that too. And a lot of things, and villages, anything you want to see, we have it here. So I think, and it's affordable. That's something that I want to keep telling people. Coming to Malaysia, it is very, very affordable.
Yeah, and we during the Radio 44 promotions, we did have a few questions that were regarding some of the places over there and the food. And the food, honest to God, looked very tantalizing to me. So, of course, Kuala Lumpur, beautiful location, beautiful destination, so many things people can do. But how does Kuala Lumpur serve as a travel hub?
Well, the important thing is Kuala Lumpur is, this is where AirAsia started. So we grew our network from KL. So we now connect to 130 destinations from Kuala Lumpur. So obviously, if Malaysia is your main destination, it would be great. But obviously, if you want to go out and see the world, we go to ASEAN. You can go to Bali, you can go to Thailand, you can go to Indonesia, Philippines. We also connect to Australia. A lot of Kenyan family do live in Australia, which is massive. Obviously, we connect to India, to about close to 16 cities. And in China, we connect to close to about 22 cities. We're the largest international carrier there. And of course, there's many other destinations in North Asia. So yes, KL is the hub. You can connect to all this pretty much quite seamless, actually, through one ticket, and basically just move your bags to the next flight pretty seamlessly.
Yeah, and the fact that you are going to spend a very little amount for the bulk of the travel. That can, like you said, save enough money for your shopping and for your enjoyment.
Yes.
Now, Kenya, a lot of Kenyans have been talking about how things are difficult. Living expenses are too much. A lot of people are not even thinking about holidays. Now, how has AirAsiaX's launch impacted and will impact the Kenyan economy?
Well, it's going to be massive. I think our tagline for AirAsia is basically everyone can fly.
Yes.
And what we want to do is really what we do best is we have the ability to make people fly for the first time. As you know, flying is not affordable. It is very expensive.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that people have access to that, one. And secondly, as well, we want people to make sure that they fly more often. In some countries, they save up to 5 to 6 years before they can take their first holiday, right? So we want to make sure that AirAsia allows you to travel 4 or 5 times a year and see the world. And that's what we do best. And that's going to help spur the economy in terms of spending, people coming out and be part of the disposable income. And that's what we want to do.
So that is the ethos. It is indeed now everyone can fly.
Correct.
All right, we'll be back shortly with Mr. Ben. And this time we have something a little fun lined up for you. It's a quick fire round where we'll ask you about 5 questions. You don't have to be too scared about it. So are you ready for it? Can we have our quick fire?
All right, shoot.
All right. Question number 1. One word to describe AirAsiaX.
Cheap.
Lovely. Question number 2. What's your favorite thing about Kuala Lumpur?
Food.
What sets AirAsiaX apart from other airlines?
Affordability.
All right. Now, this one, you can go in a little long. What's your favorite memory from working at AirAsiaX?
My favorite memory is seeing how traveling has changed their lives massively. The fact that they now can bring their mothers, their fathers, their kids, their maids, and their cousins and travel the world and potentially see people that they've never seen in the past. And just to repeat that again, to make travel more affordable. And that's what I was very proud of, and seeing what has been done, what we have done to people.
Excellent. Now, I'm going to ask you another personal one. Your favorite in-flight meal on AirAsiaX?
My favorite in-flight meal is the nasi lemak. It's the local delicacy in Malaysia. It's rice with some sambal, which is a bit of a spice in there, egg. And it's actually one of the crowd favorites for everybody on our flights.
And okay, now, I think I might actually take the flight just for that. Okay, another personal one. When you're flying, are you a tea or a coffee person, or are you water?
I'm tea.
Okay. All right. Now, this is the last one. What's the best feedback you've ever received from a passenger?
The best feedback that I've got is basically the service by our crew. I think I have to say that I'm quite biased. They are the most friendliest people on the planet, and they work their heart out and to make sure that people flight is the most memorable for them. So that's probably one of the best feedbacks that I get from people.
Excellent. So it's you're not paying premium rates, but you're getting premium service.
Correct.
Excellent. Ben, I got to say, this is definitely, when we heard about the rates, it was a shocker. I already have about 3 friends who have changed their December plans from the usual Diani and everything. Now they're thinking about going to Kuala Lumpur. I believe 2 of them have already booked their ticket. So I think AirAsiaX coming to Kenya is one of the biggest celebrations we as a nation can have, because indeed now everyone can fly.
Great. So I'll see you guys all on November 15th. So watch out for our big bird landing on that date. Other than that, I'll see you all in November.
In November. Looking forward to that, and looking forward to coming to Kuala Lumpur.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Ben.